always start with, and I've actually just had to re-spritz this with some fresh vinegar because it all evaporated, are the mirrors. And you can just use straight vinegar. So I've got my 2 Selecta-size pieces of paper towel. You can use just straight vinegar, it's quite effective. Or there's actually a glass cleaning recipe that I found on Crunchy Betty, I believe it's crunchybetty.com. I'll put a link to it in the comments, which is made with vinegar, rubbing alcohol, water, and a little bit of cornstarch, believe it or not. And that one works really, really well, very effective. You just have to be mindful of giving it a good shake before you start, because the cornstarch does tend to settle out. So there's my mirrors done, and this is just very slightly damp. So we're not going to throw this out. We're actually going to hang on to this and save it for later. So setting that aside. And now I've got my microfiber cloth. And again, this some of the vinegar has evaporated and disappeared, so I'm just going to put another little spritz. I'm starting with the counters. We're going to wipe down the counters completely, the backsplash. And now wiping around the sink. And as I said in the first video, you may have some hard water mineral buildup around your taps. So just taking some extra care there. Wiping, we're getting all the spots off, all the little bits of water splatter and toothpaste. And the vinegar is just taking those right away. And then the microfiber is very absorbent, taking that completely away. And the sink is already starting to really shine. So you notice I'm just focusing on the outside of the sink for right now. So the countertop has been done and the outside of the sink is nice and shiny now. So now we're going to deal with the bowl of the sink. And I'm just going to take some of my baking soda and I'm just going to sprinkle it in. And you can, if you listen very carefully, maybe you can hear it doing that little fizzing and foaming thing that it does when it reacts with the little bit of vinegar that's in the sink here. And then I'm just going to take my microfiber cloth. And the baking soda is going to act sort of like a scrubbing paste. So my cloth is moist and there's a little bit of vinegar here, and I'm just using the baking soda to gently scrub all the surfaces of the sink. And the little overflow hole there sometimes can get a little bit grimy, so I'm just going to wipe on the inside of that. And then this is where the baking soda really comes in handy. It's great at getting in these little creases, and you can see some of it turning a little bit brown there maybe. Just that little bit of buildup that accumulates in a sink that's getting daily use. And we're just going to polish that up beautifully, getting rid of all the grime. And if you happen to have any kind of buildup in your drain, you can just sweep all the baking soda down towards the drain. And then either using your vinegar out of the container, or you can just use it with a spray. You're going to give that, put that right down into the drain to clear out any kind of gunky stuff that might have accumulated there. So then once that's done, I'm just going to rinse my cloth, use my cloth to just clean. And rinse any remaining baking soda from the bowl. Just sweeping away any little bits of dust. And there we have it. So there you have it. You can see how shiny that is. And you can see, focus is here, how beautiful and shiny those taps are and how great those look. And that's the result in less than 3 minutes.